Alicia Newton, founder and chief encourager at Learning Path LLC. I am here to extend a personal invitation to join Christina Kisley, CEO of Kisley and Wild, and myself for our Building Cultures of Belonging Leadership series on February the 4th. This is a series of 5 workshops spaced every 3 weeks, delivered in a brain and body-friendly format. The first course in the series is Inner Leadership, because the competencies of practicing inclusion require empathy and listening and courage and emotional intelligence and curiosity and compassion. These are not always easy to summon without the tools of inner leadership. So that'll be the first course, and we will have some experiences to really unpack that. So there is an unprecedented demand for diversity and authenticity. Well, we think that needs some unpacking. So in the second class, Diversity and Authenticity, the Power of Differences, that's what we do. Because we throw around these terms, but what does it mean to be authentic? What does that even mean? And what is diversity? And does that include everyone? Well, we think that we need a deeper dive on that. How do different dimensions of diversity experience power and privilege? What if my authenticity offends you? Is it all right for me to be authentic? We will explore all of that. So before you go out and start sprinkling your authenticity all over everyone, come to this leadership development program. And let's get really clear on what is diversity and what does authenticity really mean. Our next class is Managing Bias. And we will start from the biological fact that if we are breathing, if we have a brain, we are biased. But knowing that is not enough. This learning holds space for participants to really explore what and who we perceive as safe, as valuable, as likable, as competent, and what inputs shaped those unconscious biases. Those inputs that were probably pretty much out of your control. However, what is in your control is to examine and explore our biases so that we can manage them. We will give you strategies, and we will hold a space to do just that. Our fourth course, Practicing Inclusion, explains why diversity is not enough. We need inclusion. So we bring together the competencies of inclusion. Inclusive leadership, those competencies, the listening, compassion, empathy, emotional intelligence, curiosities, and we use those in this course to practice the behaviors of inclusion. With a model that is easy to understand and easy to execute, participants find answers and ways to address subtle and not so subtle acts of exclusion. People often ask me, so what happens if I'm taken wrong or I make a mistake? And I understand that concern. I really do. But I promise you, it's not going to cost you your life, and it's not going to cost you a relationship if you're willing to just lean in to another's discomfort with empathy and a heart to do this work. What I do know is letting exclusion and bias and racism and sexism and homophobia, ageism, all of the isms, letting those slide and not saying anything has a more corrosive impact on teams, on people, than any embarrassment or apology you may have to make. The last course is Be the Ally. Allyship is action. In this workshop, you will learn what actions to take and not to take. You know the competencies of inclusion. You've practiced the competencies of inclusion. You've practiced the behaviors. You've sharpened your skill. Now it is time for you to take broader action. How do you support, defend, protect, advocate for underrepresented groups? How do you communicate, listen, and lend your privilege to achieve equity and inclusion? With the skills taught in this leadership development series, you will be well equipped to help build cultures of belonging in your organization. So come ready to work, because there will be pre-work, there will be post-work, there will be community. And there will be relationships that you have an opportunity to build through your participation in this cohort. It is a small group, so reserve your spot today if you want to be a part of this incredible growth opportunity. I look forward to seeing you there. See the link below to access the Evite, and thank you for your time today.